Alright. Oh, there you are. What's up, Hunter? Alright, let's see if we can get this. Oh, I can interrupt one. Alright. How do I do this again? Let's see here. Oh, I think, okay, here we go. Open the browser. Well, if it'll ever load. There we go. Probably should have did all this beforehand, huh? Where are my games at? I know I didn't archive it. I should have opened it all up before I started the stream. There we are. Ah, it's working now. I don't get this stupid thing to work. There we go. Much better. I was thinking about starting another game. If we get enough people to start another game. What do we even have available? Doomsday. Pass. I'm gonna try to stick to the 1.5s. Well, essentially nothing's open right now. Nothing with enough room anyway. Alright. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't even, just the thought of it just makes me like, I'm good. I really don't want to do it. So I'm not. Let's see here. So I'm in the middle of building a third stack. Alright. Alright, let's see here. Let's move this way. What's funny is I took that first, that city there, Vrosca or whatever. I don't even know. But anyway, I took it, and then it fell to rebellion, and then you took it, and now it fell to rebellion again, and now I'm gonna take it. Oh, that's so funny. All right, finally, let's go. Ooh, might as well upgrade them, right? That is a lot of money to be up there, or a lot of resources. Sure. Alright. I want to have most Air Force the most dominant unit, so I definitely want to have the best of the best. Alright, let's go to the Air Force. Alright, some of my stuff is maxed out. Lucky me. Yeah, so I gave everybody, like, I decided at 6 o'clock this morning, it's 10, or hold on, no, it's 5 o'clock this morning, and it's 10 now. So, that I was going to do some streaming. So I gave everybody 5 hours. So if that's not ample time, I don't know. I don't know what is. Alright. I am glad that they improved the rebellion of them overthrowing it, because we only had 2 cities that overthrown, and here in Poland I didn't have anything that overthrown. So I think Warsaw tried, but I had troops there. But other than that, I mean, that's really good. Only 1 territory tried to withdraw or overthrow. In Russia, I think I had 1 or 2 territories that overthrowed, and then we had a couple here, so I mean, not too bad. The first one was just horrible. Alright, so let's see here what I want to build here. Already did the 5 artillery pieces. Let's do need more troops there. The artillery is going to build here when it's done. Alright, it's good. Need more rare. Let's see here, rare. I will pay that, sir. Thank you. Alright. So we're pretty abundant in resources, or I am. Yeah, well, I mean, if they don't want to join, that's on them. So, I mean, I'm kind of doing it for, you know, anybody that wants to ask questions or anything about the game. That's mostly what I want to do. And I don't want to be tied to necessarily a YouTube video. As far as having to make it every single week, having to make a video and having to figure out the topics, and mostly the editing. I really hate the editing. I'm cool with talking about stuff on the actual, you know, just streaming and talking about that, or making the videos is fine. Just the whole editing part is just, it's real big pain in the butt, especially when you got 3 kids. So I feel like a lot of people understand if somebody interrupts your stream, you know, that is not a big deal. But if somebody edits or somebody interrupts your YouTube video, it's a big deal, because you should have edited it out. So at the end of the day, a lot of times mine would get interrupted 3 or 4 times, so during per video. So, and I'd have to edit all of that out, and it was just a big pain in the butt. Sometimes I didn't even get to edit all of it out because it was so quiet, but you can hear it in the background. So such a pain. And if there had been also times that I was recording a video and I did the whole video except the editing part, obviously, because when I clicked out of it, I wasn't even recording the video. So I did the whole video, and it was like 20 minutes long of me getting all the pointers out and everything I needed to do, and then I had to record the whole thing again. So it sucked. Yeah. But streaming, I think nobody's doing streaming, so that's why I decided to do it. Or I wouldn't do any of it at all, because Gauntlet does the non-streaming stuff, and Sky Badger, you know, they do the non-streaming actual video. So let them go ahead and do all that, and they don't want to do streaming at all. I'm like, cool, I'll do streaming and then help anybody that needs help. So what's between Sweden and Finland. Sweden had actually come into Finland here and was actually winning. He actually controlled these territories and actually took that at one point in time. And so he had, like when he first pushed in, but Finland's pushed him out. And it's been the slowest war one of the slowest wars I've ever seen. I've seen, what? I think I've seen the exact same war before. Yeah, it was Sweden. Yeah, Sweden and Finland did the same war before, except Sweden won this one. And they took so long that by the end of the last day, Sweden had finally took all of Finland. And he wanted to be on the team, and I accepted him. He had like 15 divisions or something like that. It was just ridiculous. Just like, wow, dude. Wow. Let's see here. Oh, Sweden scooped it up, huh? Okay. Cool beans, bro. I just want to see the casualties. There we go. Nothing. Okay, here we go. Okay. Well, for as long as they've been at war, you'd think they'd take more casualties. Okay, here's day 7. I don't know why this thing's working so slow. Yeah, I just noticed that he went inactive. Italy's the, what do they call that? He's the admin, so he's in charge of replacing people. And I don't know if he's going to or not. I asked him to do it when they all first went inactive, but nothing's happened since. Finland's definitely super inactive. Hey, look at this. World's Mightiest Army. Look at me. Made the cut. Hey, I noticed that this is not accurate. Like, this is not always accurate, the percentage and everything. Because I've looked at it. Let's see if it matches. See, I'm 16%. You're 12%. And so is Italy. So, if y'all are 12%, that means y'all's troops should be pretty darn close to being exactly the same. You're at 67. Where's Italy at? Italy should be number 1. Okay. 77. See, y'all shouldn't be at the same percent. I don't think. Maybe. It is still pretty close. 93. Man, I've been pumping out those troops, ain't I? Put out them communist Russia, huh? I am the Axis. So, I'm not Axis, I'm the Commerce, so. Or Commerce, however you say it. 3.62. I'm going up in the books, man. Getting close to that 4.0. So, but I've noticed like where it would say that somebody was higher than me, and I'd go look at them, their units or whatever, and they'd have less. So I know that's not accurate, not all the way accurate. I've seen it messed up. Let's see here. Yeah, he should be a bigger percent. I'd agree 14%. Yeah, look at you, 1.5. You believe I started this game? Like, I played 2 games. When I first started this game, I started 2 games. And I played the first one, won the first one. And I didn't play multiple games, so I just played the one of. And then when I was done with the one of, I started the next one, right? So in the second one, I was like getting in the paper and was like, we're going to dominate, our coalition's going to dominate. Well, when it all came down to it and everybody was dead except essentially the 3 of us, maybe there's one other guy, maybe there's 4 of us. And Russia, I was Germany, Russia was on my team, and so was Canada. Yeah, there was another one too. I think he was Africa. I think it was Libya or something like that. But anyway, so Russia was like wanted a showdown, so he dropped out of the alliance and moved all of his troops inward in the center here. And then like whenever he dropped out of the alliance, then he moved his troops for the attack. And he's like, He's like, we're gonna find out who's the best. And yeah, I didn't build an Air Force at all. I didn't have an Air Force. I didn't have sufficient AA guns, which it wouldn't matter anyway. Air Force trumples anti-air. I mean, it's just. I mean, you almost can't have. I mean, if you got enough planes, it doesn't matter what AAs do or not. So, but I got wiped out, and the point of the story was it knocked my kill ratio down to like 0.60 or something like that. And I didn't think much of it at the time, but I sure was mad because I had a whole bunch of tanks. Yeah, I lost all these troops off, but it killed my KD ratio. I don't remember what it was, but it was garbage, horrible. But I had built a whole bunch of light tanks, and he killed all of them. No, he won. That was the first game I ever lost, and I haven't lost a 22 map since. I've never lost a 1.5 map. And that was 2017, I think. It was 2017. I think it was 2017. I started in 16. I think it was 2017, and he killed me out. And then I quit for a little while, and then I came back and started playing again. But other than that, I haven't lost a game other than a 50 versus 50 where it was 4v1, and I couldn't do it. You what? You've lost 22 maps? No, the only, I mean, any one of them, I've never, like, I'm not counting the ones I just, like, didn't want to play and just quit. But, ones I actually wanted to be a part of and fight, I just kept fighting. But, okay. We're at 24, 48. Okay, so, wow, that's the exact stat to say that I've only won half of mine, but it's not true. I've won a whole lot of them. Clearly, I mean, we've joined 4 of these, and we've won all of them. Oh, I joined this one. Yeah, I didn't even play this one. I scooped this one up. It automatically put me as Britain, and it was 1.0. And for some reason, I thought it'd be fun to pick that one, and I forgot it was random, and it picked me as Britain, and then I just scooped it up. I was like, I might play as Britain, and then I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I thought about it, and then I was like, nah. Scooped it up, wasn't going to do it. I can't remember a game that I actually just gave up except the one I lost. That one I lost on the 22. I just lost that one, but I mean, it is what it is. Dude was a better player, I didn't even use planes. I didn't use planes. I didn't think you need them because I had AA, but I didn't have enough AA. I was in the process of building the AAs when we went to war, and yeah, so he gave me 1-4. Yep. What I should have did if I'd known now, knowing what I know now, is if you're going to do that, if you decide, let's say me and Egypt go to war, which is going to happen. But anyway, let's say me and Egypt goes to war, and I don't know Hunter here, which is Ukraine, and I don't have a coalition. Let's just say it's 1-on-1, right? Let's say he beats the crap out of me, right? So, and I don't want my stats to get hurt. Your kill ratio. So what I would do is take all my troops. I would stop building everything, cancel everything, and I would take my troops and I put them in the water over here, and then I would probably put them right here. Somewhere just where nobody will find them. Okay, and that way, and then I would wait the 2 days for you to go inactive. That way you don't take those losses. Yeah, he could take the territories, but nobody looks at the territories. Come on. Okay, here we go. So yeah, it's 2 days here. Most of them are 2 days for you to go inactive. So in like when people are looking at your stats, the main thing that they look at, and I'm looking at Hunter here, is this right here, the KD ratio. They'll click over here and go to the CPU. They go right here, the kill ratio, PvP, and they look at it like that. They don't. They show. I'm sure they look at this, but not really. Most everybody looks at this. This is what's important, not this, because it's strategically. You will give up land just so you can kill the army and win the war. It's all about that, not actually keeping the land. Like all this land down here that I have is not important, and you can have all that. I'd fall back and let them have it. Also, oh, what's up, Pooch? What's going on? Blitzkrieg map. Yeah, the 10 of, yeah, that's the Blitzkrieg map. Welcome, Pooch. So I can explain these things, because these videos that I stream, I'll leave the stream on, and the video, once the video gets approved or whatever by YouTube, the video will actually pop up in my videos for my lives, and I don't delete them anymore. I just leave them open, so anybody can watch them that didn't see the show or whatever you want to call this. They can see it, and they can check out the questions or whatnot. One of the guys on YouTube, I tried to. He didn't know anything about the planes or anything. Like, he kept getting convoys. And what did he say? What did he say exactly? Let's see here. Come on. Why is it so slow? What did he say? Discussion. No. Oh my gosh. Comments. It'd be under comments. What would it be? Hey, I got 40 subs. Look at that. I didn't even know that. I'm just something else. Alright, so be under comments. But anyway, he said something along the lines of your planes they turn into trucks and not doing anything else. And what I had to explain to him is the distance. Like, if you tell them to move somewhere and they turn into trucks, that's because you don't have an airplane far enough. And I explained the range and all that. You're not reaching the range. Because if I click like this here or overshadow it, you see the circles. And that's what's that? That'd be the interceptors, and then this would be the tactical bombers here. So I'd have to have airports inside this for it not to turn into trucks. So, hey man, if you're watching the video later on or whatever, you'll know what I'm talking about, or hopefully you'll know what I'm talking about. The Wayne Show, the Sir Wayne Show. Who's watching a lot of history videos? Oh yeah, it's really a nuisance. As long as they don't damage, even though, like, I had the same thing happen to right here. They rebelled, which I knew they were, but if you click it, I still took 5% damage. Well, that really sucks. So I need to get a troop there so it doesn't happen. So he's going to be there. So hopefully it won't happen again. Hopefully. It's so stupid that happens like that. What's up, Finn? What's going on, fam? What's going on, man? Finally made it to the party, huh? So if you guys, this is a game that I've been playing. I'm only playing one game right now, and this is it. I do not play a lot of games, because I don't want to be constantly glued to my phone. But if you guys want to join another game, I'm definitely up for it if you want to. In this game here, up north, or let's go down south first. So, me and Hunter here, Ukraine, he and I both attacked the Caucasus because the guy was kind of stacking up on me, and he broke the agreement, the non-aggression pact, and he's paying for it. Well, he's almost completely done now, but so, and then once that's done, I'm gonna move in on Egypt, and I'm gonna try to move in on Egypt as soon as possible and give Hunter the rest of what's left of the Caucasus, and hopefully get a head start on him, because I'm slower than his troops. His strategies, more on speed because the medium tanks and everything. His is better for speed. Mine's slow, but mine's a slow strategy with artillery and such. Heavy tanks, yeah, I put heavy tanks in there, so give me a little bit more of a beast. That way, if it's an artillery fight, I'd have that for soak up the what they call that. It's kind of just like a body. He's a big body. You look at the heavy tanks. Where's their health at? Alright, 72 hit points right here. Right, so, very big. And I think I'm upgrading him. Or am I upgrading him the next one? But I'm going to try to keep the heavy tanks upgraded. Oh, yep, there we go. Matter of fact, we're going to stop building the tanks we have. We'll just wait for the next one to come out. Alright, I'm getting sidetracked. Alright, so we're just going to cancel that. I think when you cancel stuff, you can... Do you get the... I don't think you get as much money back on the or the tank. I think you only get like half, which I shouldn't have canceled that because I don't get as much as I had. So, but I know the research, I'm pretty sure you get all of it back if you cancel the research. Like if I were to cancel it, you'd get your money back. Matter of fact, let's find out. I could find out real quick. Let's sit here. Oh. What the heck? Stop. Well, I don't know where it went. Alright. Yeah, it's got good heavy tanks. That's why I chose them. I went actually full out on infantry. I don't think infantry's not exactly something I super care about. So here's my stack. This is not a full stack. Let me go to another stack. That one's being worked on. So here's a little stack, but here's the bigger stack. See, it's got the AAs in there. Matter of fact, let's upgrade that. Not a chance. Anybody want to know how to upgrade stuff without upgrade them all? Just individually click on them, like so. Should I upgrade both of them? Yeah. I'm probably gonna regret that. I should have looked at my research tree first. Look at the... Okay, cool. That works. Yeah. Alright, so I'm at the... quite a ways from that, so definitely want to be good and ready to go. Running low on goods. and money now. Great. But it's cool. It's cool. We stopped the production of the tanks. We're only producing infantry up here. We're producing the rest of the attack bombers here. Another stack of planes. And what I'm going is 5-5. You can also go 6-6, which I might do that as well, because the maximum amount of damage is 5, I think. I think it's 5. Let's see here. 100%. Let's check here. What you want to happen before they get weak. See this, like here, 95%. That's fine because there's 6 of them. That's fine. 94%. Oh, these are weak though. That's right. They got hit. Dang it. That's not going to be a good example. That sucks. Yours are damaged too. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You don't have to. You don't have to upgrade them. I ain't got no food. Yeah, man, just send it on my way, man. I don't care. I'm not stingy. I've been spending on upgrading it. But no, he's right. You don't have to upgrade. You can just chill out. But the artillery, some of them are just so valuable, like the artillery and the AA. I mean, you want it to do damage. It's going to help support against air. And air, like I said, air is the most dominant thing in the game, hands down. It's not even close. I'll be right back, guys. Alright. Sorry about that. Yeah, I would say second is artillery. Well, I don't know anymore. I would say it's very debatable. I would say type of artillery, yeah, you'd be right. But honestly, I'd go with the rocket artillery. 1.5, the rocket artillery is just very, very strong. And it goes against the infantry class. So it would be stronger. It looks like it does good structure damage too. I don't know what's the artillery doing. Alright, let's see here. This is level 3, mind you, but okay. So it does a lot better. City, yeah. Artillery does better against tanks and light tanks, heavy and light class, but the structure damage is better for the rocket artillery. And the rocket artillery kills more of the infantry units. So I would say that the rocket artillery is better, in my opinion. But I still don't want to use militia. And picking the Soviets or the Comintern, whatever. Anyway, so picking those, each time I pick these games, I really, as far as researching go, really picky and conservative on what I research and such. You don't produce infantry. Man, no, not in the early game. I normally don't produce it at all, but I mean, I build more stacks, so yeah. You know that, Hunter, that when you got your stack like that, your infantry's slowing down these other units, right? Like if you want to go full on Blitzkrieg, the best way that I found to do this is you'd have to use your troops, especially consider your axes. You can take your medium tanks and pair them with your AA, your SPAA. So you can pair those together, and if you want to, you can pair the SP artillery, and it makes it really, really dominant. But what I do is when I play the Axis, I use the medium tanks and the modernized infantry, and I stack those together, and with the SP anti-air, and then I just blitz through territories, mostly with the medium tank, especially at higher levels. At first I use the modernized infantry because they're so stout and do so well against infantry, and that's usually what you'll face from the beginning. And good players, a lot of good players use the infantry. It really depends on who you're going against, but as far as the medium tank goes, it gets so much better later on that I like to stack them later on, higher, and make them a whole lot more as far as when I upgrade them, level 3 and 4 and such. But they get all the bonuses for being the Axes, and I just brush through stuff, and then I use my Air Force to do that the Blitzkrieg part. Anything you see, you just bomb it out with your planes, and if you run an AA, that's fine. You'll hit them with that. If you run into good anti-tanks, which is rare, it's rare that you run into a giant stack of anti-tanks, and at that point you probably wouldn't mess with it unless you had enough modernized infantry and they didn't have enough meat shields of other things, like other infantry and other stuff to weigh it out. I mean, that's up to you, man. You play your game however you want, man. I'm not, I don't have to carry you. You're pulling your own weight, so I mean that's good enough for me. If I don't have to do that, I'm Gucci, man. Anybody that can pull their own weight, I'm cool with teaming up with. So, and I haven't seen anybody stop you. So you've just been rushing into everybody and blowing them down, smoking them down. It's really crazy. Out of this game, out of every game I've ever played, this game right here has, it's either I'm good, I'm either pretty darn good, or there's a lot of bad players in this game, because I've seen, it's just been bad. A lot of bad players, and they usually don't come close to winning. But there are there are some really good players too, but great players, but they're few and far between. Like if you pick these, especially if you pick these 22 maps that I've been trying to test these Axis and Coalition and stuff, they're a lot. You're not going to find really good players on here, but I'm not trying to find competition on this. I'm trying to figure out what strategy to pick on which one. Whether you pick the Axis or the Allies or the excuse me. Not really. I think I've done one, so I can't really say. Go for it. What you got? What you got, man? I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Yeah, yeah, Shannon, that's it. That's right, and it's not at the same time. The whole idea is to um, figure out what would work with what, um, which way you want to go. Like maybe next time, instead of researching the like for the Axis, for example, I researched the interceptors and the attack bombers, and I did not research tactical bombers at all. And what I come about was I had a problem dealing with large quantities of infantry units. They were a problem. So I had to have them, because I couldn't take them out because I didn't have the right thing, because tactical bombers are for the infantry branch and the attack bombers. So in the next one, I'll have to also build the tactical bombers and as well as the attack bombers. As far as like your navy, like I would, to me it depends on what you pick. Like for me, I'm not doing anything because I don't need it for anything. I'm not going to be going into the water except to cross that canal, but Hunter's got my back on that. He's going to clear my units for that. There's certain units you want to avoid, building, save your resources. If you cannot build it on your strategy, whatever strategy you're deciding to pick, if you want to pick, you want I feel like you want the strongest units as possible that you can get, but at the same time, you don't want to have every single thing researched that you're not going to use. Like I'm not going to build militia, so I'm not going to research it. I'm not going to build any more anti-tanks, so I'm not going to waste the resource for it. The SP artillery, not going to build it. I'm going to go the nice slow route with this strategy. Which, if I was Axis, I may incorporate that. But the Axis have been fun, but pretty hefty. It's expensive to be the Axis doctrine. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, yes, that's how I deal with them too. But I was invading Russia, and if you remember correctly, I was invading Russia, and he had all of Russia. He had all of it. So, I mean, you can only split your infantry up into so many units, and then and when I shot in, I had the same thing as they did in World War II, Army Group A and Army Group B, and then Army Group Center, and pushed in. And my Army Group B was the mechanized part of my actual army. So when they pushed in, I pushed in on them, and was he Ukraine? No, he was Russia. He was Russia, and I pushed down in Ukraine, and because I figured most of his resistance was down here because he was fighting Turkey. So I pushed down in Ukraine and was trying to push up and cut him off. So, but I just couldn't run into artillery with everything. Whatever, I didn't want to hit with that. Actual B team, the center, took care of it. Of course, I had planes as well, and I don't even remember about Army Group A. I think I just had a couple of ACs and such for that to drag them down to start taking the territory. Yeah, it was Russia. It was Russia Empire. But like with Russia, I feel like the best thing to do with Russia is more of the 1.0 or with the Kalmar's tactic. With that doctrine, from what I see, the best thing to do is go the old school way as far as stacking, and stack you some artillery of each kind, which would probably, thinking about it now, you could change it however you want. You could do 5 of this and 5 of the other, which I've been doing, or you could do 10 of one, which I would do 10 of, and it would just depend on what you do with your planes. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you can afford to do tactical bombers and attack bombers and interceptors, yeah, that would be the way to go. But if you don't, then you have to pick and choose. And with the Axis have a huge boost for the attack bomber, the Ju-87 Stuka dive bomber. So, yeah, so there she is. You don't have her upgraded enough to see the Stuka dive bomber. Oh crap. But either way, that's what the logo looks like there. That's the Ju-87 Stuka dive bomber. So they have a huge boost for that if you pick the Axis doctrine. So I was using that instead of using the actual tactical bomber, but you still have to have the tactical bomber. Really sucks, but it is what it is. But if you're going to take out any infantry, that's what you're going to have to do. It's kind of interesting how Italy takes all producing cities and just leaves the rest. Upgrade, my man. So, yeah, how you just left it. Yeah. Well, I mean, if there's no troops there, then why not? You're not going to get a morale decrease because they took that out of the 1.5. So that's not a bad ordeal, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to wipe them all out. But hey, like I said, not a bad idea. Not really a point, right? You still get something for it, but that's nothing. Actually might try that now. It's per day. See, it's not even worth it. Yeah. Doesn't even feel like it's worth it. So I can see what he's doing, but it still would add up over time. But I guess if you felt like being lazy, you can go ahead and do it that way. I could see myself doing that though. Yeah, like a clean map. Yeah, it would probably get to me a little bit. Yeah, it would definitely get to me. I would just have to clean it. I would just have to clean it. Keep that map clean. But the commerce, I feel like it's a lot more simpler than the Axis. The Axis is a little bit more different. The fact that the Axis, you get the artillery day 1, but not the rocket artillery. I don't think you get any other boost from the artillery as the Axis doctrine. Let's see here. I'm trying to remember. But I think what I'm going to do when I do the Axis, when we start a new map, I think I'm going to do the Axis again till I figure it out what kind of strategy I'm going to go with. I think what I'm going to go with is, let's see here. Let's do the infantry again. I could do militia just to see what Finn's talking about. I mostly pick infantry because of their ability to do that, to deal with planes. Like, you don't understand how much I'm afraid of planes, man. They really wipe me out, and like I've always feared them. Oh, they got a boost in this one. Holy moly! Oh wow, maybe they are worth looking into. Maybe get them at day 2, then use them. 2.7, 1.8, 1.1. See, they get a whole lot better boost against actual infantry units in defense. I mean, of course, you're going to use them in defense. You're not going to use them any other way. They get the city boost, and I think these get the mountains. No, forest, right? Forest. They get hills. They get a lot in the mountains. Oh wow, okay, that is a lot more, but they get less in cities. A lot of times I like to use my infantry to protect in the cities, and that 50% is a lot more. You could make the cost or debate about the cost, right? Or the building cost, right? This is it. 480, 150. 480, 150. 480, 150. Okay, definitely significant difference there. But like I said, I probably won't even build it mini or build mini at all. It'd be the late stages. I'd upgrade them to where the late stages are. So I wouldn't build them at the start. I'd build them day 4 or higher. So that would be what would matter. So, but mostly I'd build motorized infantry again with medium tank, and then I would go anti-air, SP anti-air. If possible, this would be an optional route to go to SP artillery, but I don't think I will. Then I'll go interceptors, attack bombers, and attacking bombers. Few attacking bombers, not many. Maybe I won't do attacking bombers. Maybe I won't do those. Makes me mad because I really want this unit to be good. I know it's better with the axes, but it's not really that good. I know Pan Asia doctrine is busted. It's all get out. I could tell. I mean, the view range is stupid. I don't know how they're not going to be able to nerf that. That's just so dumb. MAC level militia is as strong as infantry that is researched after max level militia. What? What's MAC, Finn? MAC. Maybe saying mid-level militia is as strong as infantry. That is researched after max level. Yeah, which I mean, they should give them some of their like actual. Like, I don't understand why they don't like. I mean, they give them that view range. Like, why give them that view range? Like, what historically gave them that? Yeah, I don't have max militia though. Like I said, none of my I don't know if I said this or not, but none of my strategies are really based on the infantry. But I'll go subs in the axis. I'll max out the subs. Depending on where I'm at, eventually I'll do some kind of rocket ordeal. And I'll do rocket artillery. I think I'll go infantry. I think I'll do artillery though as well. Maybe I'll put that on the back bumper. I think I'll put that artillery on the back bumper. Do anti-air. What's the stack going to look like? What's the infantry stack going to look like? I think it would be anti-air. I know it'd be anti-air. I know obviously it'd be anti-air. Anti-tank. but I don't know if I'd research that. As far as putting it up there, I'd have to debate on that. I'll probably take some medium tanks. And put them in the stack. Some of the not as upgraded, and put that in the stacks in the later rounds. I don't know if I'll do the actual artillery though. Maybe I'll take the artillery out and not do the artillery at all. Yeah. I think here. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do rocket artillery and go stacks of 10 with it and see if it debuffs any of it. Go max out on the rocket artillery and then go AAs and then maximum amount of anti-tanks as possible, probably level 3, and keep those good. Don't do the artillery. Do interceptors, tactical bombers to the max, and try to go somewhat secondary priority for the attack bombers, because Air Force is the most important. Just max out the subs, max out rocket artillery, max out medium tanks. Motorized infantry will be upgraded, but I think I'll keep it only upgraded to keep up with the medium tanks to make sure they don't ever, or that they're never able to outrun them. But other than that, I'll keep it the same. I'm going to run AC units, armored cars, because of their view range. I'm always going to build those, but I'll keep that at level 1 next time, and stick that into the stack with the artillery, so that way I have the maximum view range. That's another thing with Pan-Asia. I haven't played as Pan-Asia, but if the individual units can't fire, then the view is not as good. It's still pretty busted, but I would think that it's less busted if. My big ordeal is, how soon can the artillery fire on you? Can you fire on the artillery while it's firing on you? And that would be the big thing. Like, if Pan-Asia can fire that artillery long before you can get in position to fire your artillery, yeah, that's a huge disadvantage or advantage for you if you're playing as Pan-Asia. Yeah, I mean, I can see this. Who did they surprise besides the United States? They did Pearl Harbor, but technically we knew about it. Just the people who knew about it, nobody else would listen to him. So whatever his name was, I don't even remember. The man who said there's likely going to be an attack on Pearl Harbor. Awesome. Sounds good. Yeah, that ain't elite artillery. You mean the railroad guns? Them slow things. Hey, here's a question, guys. Does that railroad, that would fall under, let's see here, that would fall under the infantry, right? Let's see here. Do they fall under infantry? I think they fall under infantry. I think so. But it pains me to say that they are going to be. Pains me to say that the attack bombers are not going to be that good. Really sucks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but of course you're going to hide your troops. You're on an island. Make them come to you. Make them pay for it. Oh boy, that would suck. I wonder if it's enough to matter as far as the railroad guns being faster with Pan-Asia. Hmm. Also, you do get a better range if you pick Pan Asia for your artillery. Is that what you're saying, Hunter? Yeah, I know you get blueprints for the supply drops. Are you saying the maximum amount of artillery gets a better range? $50. I mean, they're all the same. Unless you're talking about, well, the railroad gun only has one, so that wouldn't work. You know, I think if you were playing on a 100 map, you would go with the regular artillery. Because I'm going to go by that. See, this would be 5.9. Yeah, so that's still a lot better. I'm seeing, I don't see what you're talking about. I'm seeing 50, dude. I mean, maybe because you're getting axes. That's 120 there. That would work a lot better. I mean, if I had to deal with Pan Asia, Air, dude. Air's gonna win wars, man. That Air Force. I'm about to have to go, though. No, that's 1.0 yet. It's all good, man. We learn, we learn, we learn. You guys interested in starting another map anytime soon, or y'all want to wait? Hey, there's exactly 3 of us. That's a coalition right there. Finn, you want to do one? See here, there's 10 spots there. do y'all want to create one, or I don't know if I can create one. Nope. 12 more days. Do you guys want to create one, or do you want to what? I mean, if you want, we can do it another time. We don't have to do it now. You can't create one to create a game, you must have a PC and you must be a high command, which you're not high command. So there's that. Yeah. Yeah, the only one I can create, Finn, I don't know if you're high command or not. Yeah. Well, and you're high command, so, or you don't have high command. But, I mean, it's cool. It just means we have to wait for a game to open up. That's what that means. If we did do a 100, I'd want to have 4 guys with us and a Discord chat room if we did do a 100. And I would, if we did 100, I'd have to be a Pan Asia for testing. Yeah, mobile and no command. Yep, no high command either. Yeah, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Too bad they don't let you trade gold in for high command. Finn, how long are you going to be up? Because if you're going to be up for a while, we can do another stream later, and at that point we can do start a new game then at that point. I don't know if I want to do a 100, because I think I'll do another 22 because I want to test Axis one more time, because I feel like I have a good strategy for the Kalmars, and I feel like the Axis is close to. I want to figure it out and then go about it, and then go to 100 and do the Kalmars, or go to a 50. I don't think there's any good 50 maps open right now. Yeah, we wouldn't want home front because there wouldn't be a Pan Asia. No, these are 1.5s. Neither is home front, so that wouldn't even work. Yeah, if I did a 100, I'd definitely call one of my buddies if we did a 100. Be calling probably Farrell or Torpin. Probably Farrell would probably be the least busiest. He has a complete opposite shift to me, so it really works out well. He can protect me while I'm sleeping and vice versa. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna end this stream, and then we can get on Discord and figure out what we want to join. All right, guys. Yeah, but it's not a 1.5 unless you plan on waiting for a 1.5, which there's no telling when that would be. But yeah, so let's see here. But anyway, just switch over to Discord and let's all get into a Discord and figure out what map we want to do. And Finn, let me know how long you're going to be awake. May have to do another one some other time. Anyways, later guys. Thanks for joining. Alright, Hunter. Got you, man. Okay. Alright, well,